Hello, my name is Theresa and I'm with St. Paul's Catholic Books and Gifts here in Anaheim, California. And in today's video, I want to talk to you about Lent. So Lent is coming pretty soon, and it is a 40-day period before Easter. So it's a preparatory period. It's a period of prayer, fasting, penance, almsgiving, all of those things for us to grow closer to Jesus and separate ourselves from ourselves and to be a lot more humble and charitable. So with that, I wanted to just first tell you that in the extraordinary form, it is currently a season of Septuagesima. And I like that because it's like a nice bridge between leaving the Epiphany season and entering the Lenten season. It's a nice period where you can prepare and get that change started in your mind. So in the ordinary form, it is still called ordinary time until Ash Wednesday, Wednesday, March 2nd. So going back to Septuagesima, if you are familiar or if you would like to learn more about Septuagesima season from the traditional or extraordinary form calendar, we do have a couple of booklets left here that might interest you. So let's get started. I want to start with today's video about our Lenten meditations, reflections, and the daily readings that you're going to find in Mass, both in the extraordinary and ordinary form. You'll notice in Mass, starting with March 2nd, Ash Wednesday, all of the readings, daily and on Sundays, are all tied into this preparatory period and Jesus' passion. And it's a really great journey if you take the time to really commit this Lent to following those readings. It could change your life. So I want to start by sharing with you this little booklet called Amazing Love. It's a really small booklet, and it's a great giveaway or gift for someone who may be new to the church, a non-Catholic Christian, or a teenager, someone who really hasn't experienced a really fruitful Lent yet, maybe. This little book's going to give them a lot of scripture passages and little reflections around those. And in the back, as we get closer to Holy Week, starting with Palm Sunday, it'll give them a little more deeper meditations in preparing for Easter. So that's a thought and idea for you there. It's called Amazing Love. Okay. From there, we'd like to talk about an everyday devotional. My Lenten prayer book. This one here will give you the readings from every day, all the weekday masses. It'll give you the reading and a reflection. So if you're not able to go to daily Mass, you can do the readings at home and reflect on them and make this part of your day for that 40-ish day period of Lent. A bonus in this particular book is it has the Stations of the Cross in the back. And what the Stations of the Cross is, if you're not familiar, is you may notice in your parish around the interior of the church are different plaques, and they're called stations. It starts with Jesus being condemned by Pilate, and it ends with his crucifixion and burial in the tomb. And if you walk through each station and have a little guide and meditation to go along, it can really be impactful on this journey. A lot of parishes do on every Friday. In Lent, they'll do open to everyone, I hope, to come in and to do the stations together as a group. But if they aren't, or you can't attend that, do it on your own. Do it at home. Go to the church if it's open and do your Stations of the Cross with yourself, your family, your friends. Get a group together. And on that, if you'd like to do a Stations of the Cross as a group, you can pick up these little booklets to hand out so everyone has the same version. Because there are a few different versions. We particularly like the St. Alphonsus Liguori version. I think it's the most widely used, and you'll find it more often in parishes. But there's other versions by St. Francis of Assisi and other saints that may have their own way of the cross that they've published and share with others. But we like to stick to the St. Alphonsus Liguori here at St. Paul's Catholic Books and Gifts. Also, the Magnificat, which is a publication that comes out monthly. It's an aid to help you with your Mass, like a daily missal. Gives you your readings and order the Mass and such. Well, they also have some for seasonal events. So this is their Lenten companion. We are in the Cycle C in the ordinary form. So Cycle C readings are going to be in here for your Sundays and every day of the week. And it gives you that reflection and just a little bit extra. It starts off with a little bit of history of Lent, what other countries do to celebrate Lent. So you might learn something new that you don't already know and help have a really fruitful Lent. So being that it's a penitential season, How to Make a Good Confession. This also is by Sophia Institute. This is a really good book. If you haven't been to confession in a while, or you really want to have a deep, deep interior confession, this book is awesome for you. And it will help you to examine your conscience, to understand the sacrament of reconciliation, and to be prepared to go to see your priest for a really good confession to help you with your strength in this journey of Lent and being ready for Christ's resurrection at Easter. So you may also notice in our church that we have a lot of fasts and feasts, and that's such a beautiful thing, because in order for us to feast, we have to fast. We have to be prepared and penitent and make changes and sacrifices, so that when that celebration comes of Easter and Easter season, that we're ready. We have something to celebrate, our accomplishments. So if you ever need more information and you live in the area here, or you can email us. Ulysses and I here are always available for guidance and support, because we're all on different levels on this journey. Some have done this as a lifelong period, some are new at this, and some kind of get off and on the road. So let us help you if you want any guidance to have a really fruitful Lent this year. So another is a time of renewal. I have this one at home. It was written by Mother Mary Frances. She's an abbess of the Port Clare Monastery. And you can use this over and over every year, because it has all 3 cycles in the ordinary form, ABC, with those readings that change. And it has reflections, and you can use a little bookmark so you can keep track of where you're at as you go through Lent, and then next year pull it out again for the next cycle. So this is a really good accompanying reflection, something you might want to do in the morning with your coffee, or at lunch break. You're having a lunch and you read your reflection for the day, something like that. But really get this or something instilled into your season, into your daily life, so that you can really stay committed all the way until Holy Week and Good Friday and then Easter. So last one is Lent for Children. I picked this up this year. Its original publication is from 1931, so it is something in the extraordinary form. And it's good for children. Just one little piece every day, just one little something for them to reflect on. I'd say ages 5 to 12, depending on their level of reading and if they have First Communion or not. So take a look at this to help your child. It's going to help them also grow in virtue and understanding penance and serving others, things like that. This is going to be a really cute little book. So get this before March 2nd so your kids can get ready for Lent with you. And lastly, I said that was last, but I forgot. I also have meditations for Lent. Now this one follows the extraordinary form. These readings are going to be the ones you find in the 62 Missal and Tridentine Mass. So it's really a classic, and you'll get your daily reading, your daily gospel, and then your reflections and meditations, actually, which is deeper prayer. Saint Theresa of Avila was a teacher, a doctor of the church, and taught us how to really meditate and get into deep prayer. So if you are not familiar with her, I highly recommend her books, Interior Castle and Way of Perfection, so that you can build a deeper meditation and prayer life. And this little book is going to help you if that's something you'd like to commit to this season of Lent. So that's all for now. We have a lot of these versions in Spanish too. And in our next video, maybe next week, I will be going over some books that we recommend that you read during Lent. So besides your daily meditation, consider now what you may want to pick up so you're ready for Ash Wednesday, March 2nd. And then we'll walk this journey together with Jesus and help him carry his cross and experience what he experienced, so that we may be there for the risen Christ on Easter Sunday. If you're new to us on YouTube, please subscribe and like our videos so that we can continue to make these and help others to also walk this path here on earth. Okay, thanks, bye.